turn to page 7 of the prayer book, please. In the Buddha's Dharma and Sangha, until enlightened I seek refuge, through merit from giving and the rest. To aid all may I become Buddha in the Buddha's Dharma and Sangha. Until enlightened I seek refuge, through merit from giving and the rest. To aid all may I become Buddha in the Buddha's Dharma and Sangha. Until enlightened I seek refuge, through merit from giving and the rest. To aid all may I become Buddha. May all sentient beings have happiness and its causes. May all sentient beings be free from suffering and its causes. May all sentient beings never be parted from sorrowless bliss. May all sentient beings abide in equanimity, free from bias, attachment, and hatred. To the founder, the endowed, transcendent destroyer, the one gone beyond, the foe destroyer, the completely perfected, fully awakened being, perfect in knowledge and in good conduct, Sugata, knower of the world, supreme guide of human beings to be tamed, teacher of gods and human beings. To you, the completely and fully awakened one, the endowed, transcendent destroyer, the glorious conqueror, the subduer of the Shakya clan, I prostrate, make offerings, and go for refuge. To the founder, the endowed, transcendent destroyer, the one gone beyond, the foe destroyer, the completely perfected, fully awakened being, perfect in knowledge and in good conduct, Sugata, knower of the world, supreme guide of human beings to be tamed, teacher of gods and human beings, to you, the completely and fully awakened one, the endowed, transcendent destroyer, the glorious conqueror, the subduer of the Shakya clan, I prostrate, make offerings, and go for refuge. To the founder, the endowed, transcendent destroyer, the one gone beyond, the foe destroyer, the completely perfected, fully awakened being, perfect in knowledge and in good conduct, Sugata, knower of the world, supreme guide of human beings to be tamed, teacher of gods and human beings, to you, the completely and fully awakened one, the endowed, transcendent destroyer, the glorious conqueror, the subduer of the Shakya clan, I prostrate, make offerings, and go for refuge. When, O supreme among humans, you were born on this earth, you paced out 7 strides, then said, I am supreme in this world. To you who were wise then I prostrate. With pure bodies formed supremely pure, wisdom ocean like a golden mountain, fame that blazes in the 3 worlds, winner of the best, Lord, to you I prostrate. With the supreme signs, face like spotless moon, color like gold, to you I prostrate. Dust free like you, the 3 worlds are not, incomparably wise one, to you I prostrate. The Savior having great compassion, the founder having all understanding, the field of merit with qualities like a vast ocean, to you, the one gone to thusness, I prostrate. The purity that frees one from attachment, the virtue that frees one from the lower realms, the one path, the sublime pure reality, to the Dharma that pacifies, I prostrate. Those who are liberated and also show the path of liberation, the holy field qualified with realizations, who are devoted to the moral precepts, to you, the sublime community intending virtue, I prostrate. Homage to the Supreme Buddha, homage to the Dharma refuge, homage to the great Sangha, to all 3 ever devout homage, to all worthy of respect, bowing with bodies as many as all realms, atoms, in all aspects, with supreme faith I pay homage. Do not commit any non-virtuous actions, perform only perfect virtuous actions, subdue your mind thoroughly. This is the teaching of the Buddha. A star, a mirage, the flame of a lamp, an illusion, a drop of dew or a bubble, a dream, a flash of lightning, a cloud. See conditioned things as such. Through these merits may sentient beings attain the rank of all-seeing, subdue the foe of faults, and be delivered from samsara's ocean, perturbed by the ways of aging, sickness, and death. From Tushita's hundreds of God's protector's heart to tip of this fresh, pure white heat, curd like cloud, O love Tsongkhapa, Dharma's omniscient king, pray come to this place with your disciples in space ahead on lion throne, lotus and moon, venerable guru, smile brightly with delight, Pray stay hundreds of eons to spread doctrine as supreme merit. Field for my mind of faith. Your wisdom mind sees full range of knowables. Your eloquent speech adorns fortunate ears. Your beauteous body, fame, glory, outstanding. Homage to you, worthwhile to think of, hear and see. Pleasant offerings of water, various flowers, fragrant incense, light perfume, and so on. Oceans of offerings set out and envisioned, offered up to you, supreme field of merit. Non-virtue committed with body, speech, and mind, which I have heaped up since beginningless time, especially what has contradicted 3 vows. Each I confess from my heart with strong regret. In time of strife you strove to learn and practice, shunned mundane concerns, made life essential. O protector from depths of our hearts, we rejoice in your powerful great deeds. Venerable gurus from love and wisdom, clouds densely massed in your Dharma Kaya sky, pray loose a rain of vast profound Dharma on fields of disciples just as needed. May whatever virtue that I've here gathered bring benefit to all beings and doctrine, and may it make Venerable Tsongkhpa's essential teachings specially shine forever. Migme tse wei te chen chen raising, dreame kempe wang po jam pel yong, du pung ma lu jom se san wei dan, gang chen ke pe su gen Tsongkhapa, lop san tra pe jab la so wa deb. O glorious and precious root guru, pray take seat of lotus on my crown, caring for me with your great kindness. Bestow attainments of body, speech, and mind. O glorious and precious root guru, pray take seat of lotus at my heart, caring for me with your great kindness. Bestow attainments common and supreme. O glorious and precious root guru, pray take seat of lotus at my heart, caring for me with your great kindness, until supreme awakening remain steadfast. Homage to the exalted 3 jewels. Thus have I heard at one time the Blessed One was dwelling in Rajagriha on Vulture Mountain, together with a great assembly of monks and a great assembly of bodhisattvas. At that time, the Blessed One was absorbed in the concentration of the countless aspects of phenomenon called profound illumination. At that very time, the superior Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva, the great being, was looking perfectly at the practice of the profound perfection of wisdom, perfectly looking at the emptiness of inherent existence of the 5 aggregates also. Then, through the power of the Buddha, the Venerable Shariputra said to the superior Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva, the great being, how should a child of lineage train who wishes to engage in the practice of the profound perfection of wisdom? Thus he spoke, and the superior Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva, the great being, replied to the Venerable Shariputra as follows. Shariputra, whichever son or daughter of lineage wishes to engage in the practice of the profound perfection of wisdom should look perfectly like this, subsequently looking perfectly and correctly at the emptiness of inherent existence of the 5 aggregates also. Form is empty, emptiness is form, emptiness is not other than form is not other than emptiness. In the same way, feeling, discrimination, compositional factors, and consciousness are empty. Shariputra, like this, all phenomena are empty, without characteristics. That is, they are not produced and do not cease. They have no defilement and no separation from defilement. They have no decrease and no increase. Therefore, Shariputra, in emptiness, there is no form, no feeling, no discrimination, no compositional factors, no consciousness. There is no eye, no ear, no nose, no tongue, no body, no mind, no visible form, no sound, no smell, no taste, no object of touch, no mental phenomenon. There is no I element, and so forth, up to no mind element, up to no element of mental consciousness. There is no ignorance and no cessation of ignorance, and so forth, up to no aging and death, and no cessation of aging and death. Likewise, there is no suffering, no origin, no cessation, and no path, no exalted wisdom, no attainment, and also no non-attainment. Therefore, Shariputra, because there is no attainment, bodhisattvas rely on and abide in the perfection of wisdom, and because their minds have no obstructions, they have no fear. Passing utterly beyond error, they attain the vital state beyond sorrow. All the Buddhas who reside in the three times by relying upon the perfection of wisdom become manifest and complete Buddhas in the state of unsurpassed, perfect, and complete enlightenment. Therefore, the mantra of the perfection of wisdom, the mantra of great knowledge, the unsurpassed mantra, the equal to the unequaled mantra, the mantra that thoroughly pacifies all suffering, since it is not false, should be known as the truth. The mantra of the perfection of wisdom is proclaimed. Tayata gate gate paragate parasamgate bodhisoha. Shariputra, this is how a bodhisattva, great being, should train in the profound perfection of wisdom. Then the Blessed One arose from that concentration and said to the superior Avalokiteshvara, the bodhisattva, the great being, well said, O child of the lineage, so it is. The profound perfection of wisdom should be practiced exactly as you have taught, and the Tathagatas will rejoice. When the Blessed One had said this, the Venerable Shariputra, the superior Avalokiteshvara, the bodhisattva, the great being, and the entire assembly, as well as worldly beings, gods, humans, demigods, Gandharvas, and others, were filled with admiration and highly praised what had been spoken. Blessed One. In the holy supreme abode of the Dakinis, possessed of clairvoyance and miraculous power, unwaveringly caring for practitioners as your children, homage to the host of the three places, Dakinis. Akasamara. Tayata om gate gate paragate parasamgate bodhisoha. Through the power of truth of the exalted three jewels speech, may all on the side of negativity, such as the four Maras, be stopped. May they become non-existent. May they be pacified. All enemies, obstructors, and hindrances, shante kurye soha. 80,000 types of obstructors pacified, free from adverse harmful conditions. May all be conducive and perfect auspiciousness, bring happiness and well-being here, right now. Saji Perki Jushimeta from Rirabling Ni Degampadi Sangye Jingdu Meteoa Gidrukunanda Zingla Chopasho Jesu Lama Dampagenam Kichukala Kensetrin Trine Jitar Sampe Dulje Sinma Lazage Chuki Chapawa Tuso Idam Guru Ratna Mandala Kam Niryatayami. Chongte Songi Chomnala Jaju Pardu Dagdi Kepsuchi Dagi Chonyen Gepe Sonam Ki Drola Penchir Sange Drupa Sho. Chongde Songi Chomnala Jaju Pardu Dagdi Kepsuchi Dagi Chonyen Gepe Sonam Ki Drola Penchir Sange Drupa Sho. Chongde Songi Chomnala Jaju Pardu Kapji Kepsuchi Dagi Chonyen Gepe Sonam Ki Drola Penchir Sange Drupa Sho.
Good morning, everyone. How was your sleep? Pretty good. How are you? Good. This is Paloma. Her parents behind that. I was last week tenants. I went to the center. She set up the very beautiful center. How many months?
February 22nd.
Yeah. She just go there, open the center. She doesn't know anyone. Just go there, buy the building, set up the center. It's very hard working. Then her parents behind there. Hola. Anyway, it's a wonderful day. Outside the hot, inside the cold. You guys are getting cold? It is something of change. People already put jackets on. What number that? Remember? You got cold? What number? You don't see? 75? Put 75 or 6. Really? Oh, it's very cool, yeah. Put 75. There, yeah, 75. 65 is very cool. Freezing. They have two. Usually we can use only one. That one. Why is it? Calm down? Okay, otherwise you guys become crazy. This is a really teach for us something of change. First you guys come here, I'm sure you guys all feel good. Then stay a little bit, then you get your jacket, your shirts. Jangchub is in Nepal. As you know, his mother just passed away last Sunday. Then we have also puja here. Then he will translate on the same online. And we have also good puja last week for him. Then this afternoon, 4 o'clock, also Tibetans do the puja for him. Therefore, he's very, very kind, very dedication. Is it dedication for center? Can we say like that? Yes. Dedication or dedicate? Dedicated. Yeah, dedicated. Therefore, important to be everyone remember or recognize. And recognize we don't have much to do, but when they have some difficult situation, we just show up for support. It's very important. Sometimes when we say, You know, the Tibetan word, you know donkey? Donkey, right? If you put ear the donkey, you put scent, he doesn't care, just like that. If you put gold, he doesn't care, just like that. We're not like that. We need to, recognize for good or bad. You don't say bad, if something bad, you have to do something bad, but just recognize what's good, what's bad, what we should do, what we should not do. Therefore, it's wonderful. We have very big puja last week. Like that, so basically, he just went back to 2 weeks ago, and his mother is sick, then come back, then maybe 1 week later he have to go back. But this impermanent. We all of us go to the same direction. It doesn't matter you're a powerful person, you're a rich person, you're a famous person. We have usually a lot of wealth. If you're a very powerful person and you're a rich person, you have to lot of wealth. You solve your problems. But that, then nothing. They're very honest. They don't give up anyone. They don't have any back doors. Usually, some place, if some problems, when you go to the police, you can just under the table, something put under the table, then we solve problems. But, time and death, no one never wed us. If time wed us, never, right? Therefore, how you call? This is the nature of the samsara. As we talk all the time, samsara, suffering, we are just tired to hear that. But when you read the Buddha's books, the most, maybe 99% books, they talk about that, death impermanent, and sublessness, then emptiness. They talk about all the time. They don't have any different much things to talk. They're hard to understand impermanent, hard to understand the emptiness, how we can develop the compassion and bodhicitta in loving kindness. That's it, basically. Therefore, we have the 108 volumes for Khensur. The commentary we have 220 volumes, and written by the Indian masters. Some read by the Chinese masters. Then maybe no one the Tibetan books, Tibetan authors read the book like that. That other there also there are all different Tibetan masters read that different commentaries. Like example, automaticalization. Is correct? Automatic. How is it? How is it? Clarification has 21 different commentaries. There were 11 commentaries written by Tibetan masters in Tibet. Like that, each book has different commentaries, but the commentaries makes them more easy for us to understand. Then within, right now, who wrote the more commentaries make more easy because they use the symbol words right now. Okay? The main thing is the purpose to practice, study, is to control our mind. Okay? Today we do control our mind, 20 minutes, okay, here. Make sure don't go your mind out of this house. If you go out, you will fail. You have to lock here, okay? But if you lock, it's I don't want to go, I don't want to go, it doesn't stop. If you focus on one object very serious, then you really lock. Whenever we have some emotion thoughts, difficult thoughts, we don't want to think that. We don't want our mind to keep that. If you think, I don't want that, how can I do that? It doesn't work. That never go away. If you think about that, it become more coming. Just try to think about other things, then the other ones go away. If you have some little bit hurt here, you always then you have another here. It's a little bit more serious. You forgot this one because you're more focused this one, right? Therefore, depends how we take the serious that situation. It's true. This is like method, okay? Therefore, whenever we have something to going on our mental, they say, I don't want to think about that. I don't want to come again this my mind. It doesn't work. Try to think other things else, something else. Don't really go away. It's just check. Okay? I always, it's not only me, everyone say, we read the book, especially you guys, very well educated person, you read the one time you understand. Yes? Most of it, I read this book. Oh yeah, I read that book. Like with me, I have to read like at least 5 times. Fully, not fully, like pretty understand. Therefore, read again. Then if they have something too easy one, you have to put into practice. Therefore, we study and our practice to different way, then it doesn't help for us, our daily life. Okay? Okay, now we're going to the 20 minutes meditation. Today I would like to see the Buddha Shachamani's face. The head is very beautiful. Everyone see, right? If you have this side, you're going to see, you can see the Lama Tsongkhapa. If you have that side more easy, you can see the Buddha Shachamani. Just try to, looking at the Buddha's face. Try to don't forget. If you forgot, your mind go a different way. If you forgot, bring again. This is how you be meditation for the common body. Okay, which one you have to do easy? Face, only the face Buddha Shachamani. How look like? We need to like take picture, very, very good camera, take picture our mind, okay? Couple minutes, okay? When you go mind go away, try to bring back. Try to more clear, clear. More clear, clear. Then light come from Buddha's head, hit your body. Try to feel your body become relaxed, peace. Reduce your old sadness, unhappy feeling. To very clear. Remember the Buddha's eye. Ear. Nose. Mouth. Whole face. Very clear. Again, the clear become light. Hit your body. You feel relaxed, peace. Reduce your all emotions. Okay. Now you can wake up. How's it? Is it easy or difficult? You mind just second go away. It's like you forgot. I'm sure you forgot very easily. But when you do exercise all the time like that, then maybe you're more familiarized. We do today, then tomorrow you don't do, then forgot. When you have go back home, I'm sure you have, some people have statues, some people have like pictures, or whatever you have, you can look at. Even you don't have, try to, visualization Buddha's image from you. For you can have, what, how you say this? Eyebrow, what you call this? Eyelid, eyebrows, how beautiful the hairs. This is, how to the meditation for the karma body, shamatha. Usually without karma body or without shamatha, same or different? Shamatha and karma body? Same. Without that, we cannot realization any deep quality of our mind. Therefore, shamatha is very important. Okay? Okay, now we're going to call the Tamshula finish my English. Can you get up and give me this speaker, Mako? Oh yeah, she can go. She's more easy to get up. Yeah, you can give me here. It's Nepal. Because, like that. Therefore, hello?
Hello.
See?
Hello.
Yeah. Can I do?
저 폰나베.
Yeah.
내가 페스트를 그 받아간 게.
Yeah, first to ready.
말해 폰에서.
Yeah, Tata. Yeah, I called first time he said this phone. We did this, one time he did the airport. And what? Dubai or someplace? Doha, right? Go there.
다 good.
And somebody else.
Thank you everybody.
Everyone say hi. And everyone,
Hello everybody. Thank you.
also everyone says sorry for you lost your mother.
Thank you. That's okay.
Yeah. Okay. And 아까쇼래. 다 가상도 땐데라 주니데 셰데 임바스.
So we're talking about the 12th link of dependent origination, right?
야. 땐데 자다 땐데라 주니데 가좀 코발라 코르설 까리 임바. 코발라 도설 까리 임바. 안 땐데 소데 여러와.
And so these 12, the link of dependent origination explains about how we enter into cycle existence and how we can exit from cycle existence.
다시당 코와세데 당도 고대원도 전에 가지 알아서 지지 단디 여대와 사실 일년지 풍보들이.
So when we talk about samsara in general, it's talking about the contaminated aggregate that we have right now.
근데 단데 잘라이나 자이지 풍보, 바줄라이나 바주지 풍보. 아니 다 가지 semchen 간데레나 다 디지 풍보데 자대요래.
So if it is
Yeah, that one.
the aggregate, and if it's the samsara of the bird, it will be the aggregate of the bird. If it is the samsara of the cow, then it will be the aggregate of the cow. So whatever kind of rebirth one has, the aggregate of that rebirth will be the samsara. The contaminated aggregate of that rebirth will be the samsara of that rebirth.
근데 이제 풍보도 예신시 애네 간조 지가 내차 셔다 뜨무 그 왕의 전에 가지는 간조 다 가능하게 요래.
So as long as we have the contaminated aggregates, then we are always under the control of the delusions, and we just act according to these delusions.
애네 간조 가지나 주다 추로 레자라 차대 요래. 아니 대 잡여온가 아니 소소고 레자 레티온가 아니 코알라 야네 야데 제데 요래.
And so because of being attached to these five sense objects, like form, feeling, sound, smell, taste, touch, and so forth, and we always create negative karmas.
근데 바이자 다 대데 레사와디 가지는 말이 바 미시봉 거 사망한서 섬챈데 레상이 수치요 말와.
And so most of the karmas that we create are all created through ignorance. So none of us create those negative karmas intentionally.
근데 다 땐데라 주니데 시라 띵 사보 아니 내가 쳔보 내가 땐데라 주니가 도다다 야보 야코와이나 간서 코와란 주도를 받으 싱그레.
And so therefore the 12th link of dependent origination is very profound and very important, crucial. And if we understand the meaning of the 12th link of dependent origination, then we'll understand exactly how we enter in cycle existence and how we can exit or how we can avoid cycle existence.
시당 간서 남백이 마 송점발 아니 제వ 춘지 체섬생도 제వ 섬체그레스 냠렘발.
So in the teachings of the Lam-rim, it explains about three different scopes, like the small scope, medium scope, and great scopes.
아니 제부 중에서야지 다 좋은 송기 동안에 다야게 탑시하게 그래.
So the beings of the small scope mainly practice to be free from the suffering of three lower realms.
아니 제부 리셋에 당에 소리 맞지와 삼진 되무도 양이 안중 코라지거나 양중 코에 동안 양고 된데다 코알에 타고 너 삼에가라 아니 된데라 주니 걸어서 당겨 그래.
And the beings of the medium scope is not satisfied with just being free from the three lower realms and wants to be free from the entire cycle existent. And in that case, then one contemplates on these 12 link of dependent originations.
아니 저 첨보 세대 안에 나랑 코알에 타와 삼진 되무도 다 나랑게 남이 번체 아니 지기 다 조보 다 심체 참아 안에다 나 고들 펜토에 제건 대체와라다 나라 사제 공부하고 너 서면 사제 공부하는 얘기요래.
And the beings of the great scope is not happy with just oneself being free from the cycle existent, but wishes to liberate all sentient beings from the cycle existent. And in order to do so, one wishes to gain enlightenment for the benefit of all sentient beings.
오케이. 대인자 간지 남중 알아서 끌로데 심제 탐출라 펜도 펜토야게 체다 끌로데 키니 간도 링아 심지 샤와 가레지 제와이나 태와 첨부 주 제와 첨부 주도요래.
So with that motivation of wishing to achieve enlightenment for the benefit of all sentient being, if we engage in any kind of action or practices, and that becomes the practice of the Mahayana or great scope.
그래. 어디지 근데다 다 가상한도 땡내라 주니데 다 소소지 마슈츠 말레스.
And so now we have gone through those 12 link of dependent origination roughly.
아니 가르나 땡내라 주니 되게 아니 고알레 골고 그래. 다 아니 고알레 아니 파 타비 타바들아 타발라 그래서. 된다 다 고알레 쪽에 타와데 간디 토고 그래서 다 니바 타원도 별로 라제 땡나 봐봐서 애들에 비기나가 들래 샤스.
So now, in order to be free from the cycle existent, one have to have this intention or longing, to be free from the samsara, and that's called the renunciation. And here now it starts from the topic or outline 319. It says actually ascertaining the nature of the path leading to liberation.
Is that good?
So liberation, is the liberation from samsara or cycle existence.
Do you remember where we stopped?
Yes, it's outline 319 in the blue book. It's page 487.
That what's red book?
Page 534.
What's yellow book? Or gold book? Okay. 단디 강을나 아니 간데나 아니 땡데라 주니가 왕은 고알은 고이래. 근데 단 고알에 따에 타와 도고 그래서 나가다 타와데 간디 타와 간디 도고 그래서 단 맛이 그러와.
And so we circle in cycle existence through this 12 link of dependent origination, and now we want to be free from cycle existence. So how do we free from cycle existence?
Okay, 다 듣는 말 존조. Okay, you guys read here our stop. Okay, can you go start with? Yeah.
Actually ascertaining the nature of the path leading to liberation. This has two sections: the sword of rebirth that will stop samsara, the sword of power that will stop samsara, the sword of physical rebirth that will stop samsara. You have followed the drawback of samsara. The nature of samsara is that its environment is impermanent and perishable, just as the image of the moon on water whose surface is being blown by the wind
That's good.
There is no better rebirth to happiness.
Okay, that's good. My English is very good. I couldn't really catch you when you stopped. Do you guys understand the meaning? Yes. No questions? It's not true. It's true or it's not true? Yeah, I think this is not true. We are not that serious. We don't have that problems. 아직 그래서 다 내가 나 다 된데 타와 토발라스 아니 다 때는 간지게 토고 그래서 람 전라바지라 때는 타와 토고 그래 다 담보 사진이 송도와.
And so it talks about two sorts of two ways, to liberate oneself from the samsara. So this has there's two sections: the sort of rebirth that will stop samsara, and sort of path that will stop samsara.
그래서 따때 간데 토고나 따때 다나 가라서 다와 젠조죠 좀 밀린데를 하지 매바이 말에.
And so the rebirth, or the basis, by depending on which can be free from samsara, is this fulfillment rebirth. There is no better basis than this fulfillment rebirth to free ourselves from samsara.
그래서 고알에 단독으로 제발라 다 저쪽이 가르고 오잖아.
So what do we need? What is the main thing that we need in order to have this wish to be free from samsara?
Okay. What else?
To understand the suffering that we have, so that we want to be free of it.
Human rebirth. Okay. What else? Anyone else? I think that's good. The easiest way to understand is recognize of the samsara suffering. Is correct? But then kowe nimik ha ko go it. Kowe nimik ha magona and koala tando lo chega marwa.
Yeah, so you have to understand the disadvantage of the samsara. If you don't understand the disadvantages or the shortcomings of samsara, then you will not want to be free from samsara.
Then anzu subona nasaji yowa na anzu nasada ha magona anzu nasal tando lo chega marwa.
For example, if we have a disease and we don't know about it, then we will not have any wish to be free from that disease in our body, right?
That's correct. Shedang anzu jalaya nga nasa mayo wada subon thambo yowa kadina te sam dang yorewa. Yena suzu nasaji yowa na te suzu ngomanchwa ina yamna sa nasa de ngonde machana nasa dala thandogullo nasa dala thayaga tabingalu chega marwa.
So we normally want to be happy, healthy, and don't want to have any diseases, right? But if we don't know that we have that disease, then how will we, want to be away from that disease, right? So in order to have a wish, wanting to be free or away from that disease, you have to understand that you have the disease.
Okay. Now someone asks you, why you want free from samsara? What you say? And then someone said, what's the problem with you? We can say, you have job, you have house, you have car, you have enough to eat food, then what's wrong? What do you say? Yeah, impermanence, but this is the nature, the work to do. Yeah, someone say, ask a question again. Someone say, yeah, impermanence, dead impermanence, but this is the nature, what to do. I say, it's usually our daily life. Karo tangano shetangin jitengan roda jena mila chik desa kamba yowa, kala saya yowa, ani jabla tulo kuya yowa. Tiga kangin tena tangano chiwundu mite chiwundu lagro was.
So generally, in this world, if you have a good house to live, you have a good food to eat, and you have a good clothes to wear, then you're happy, right? So you will consider yourself happy being in this world. And plus, if you don't have any disease in your body, then you will say, oh, I'm very happy in my life, right?
It's true, right? It's true, right? It's not something we talk about beyond that. And
so since you're so happy, why will you want to be free from samsara, right?
나 땡고는 가도 고하더라고 말다. 대 고하더라고 말해. 나도 남주 미가 로탈라 아니 지 소소가 나무 핀체 때라 강gen다고 니바로 때문에 매 아니 지 사야 통야 내가도 강gen면나 난 저기도 라그러 왔어.
Oh yeah, it is very difficult to have that kind of thought, wanting to be free from samsara, when you feel like oh, I'm very happy, I have all this job, I have a good pay, I have good place to stay, I have good friends around, families around. Then when you think like that, you will not and have any wish wanting to be free from samsara, right?
Right, that's true. You go to eat different restaurants. It's good. Therefore, anyway, 식당에 가면 지금 딱지처럼 맞지나 아니 둘이 봐 때와야 나가도 되는 단지로 온 동거래 간가.
So therefore, if we don't really investigate, well, then we might think that everything's good with me.
들어와. 등은 일단 리우선으로 올라왔어. 다들 리우선으로 찍으라고 하죠. 식당이나.
So generally that is all right? I mean, you should consider that as all right.
임바나 파지 제반한 간도 지 샘다 리다 샘지 니슈 제스네 가디나 지 강해지 다 초대 그랬어. 소소라 강해.
But if we really investigate whether we have any problems or not, then we will find that either mentally or physically we do have some kind of problems all the time.
그래서 다 아니 다 나중에 보는 하나도 단도 사천 년인지 풍부한데 여와 인자 아니 지단 내려야 가지 가좀 다 걔네 마시 받은 네 여보 주대 그러죠.
And the fact that we have this body, this contaminated aggregate, therefore we are always serving this body from the time we were born till we die. We serve this body all the time. We're like servant to this body.
제자 텐데다 아니 닌데데나 단 닌데게 사천 년인지 풍부한데 여와 인자 나도 가디나 지 간지 문제가 동아지 문토네 용대와 차대 그래. 지줄라 맞대.
And the fact that we have this body, the contaminated aggregate, shows that we have some sort of sufferings all the time continuously.
제가 가들 안에 두된 코에 님어 마서나 타왔더니 주지 무시베지 배셔요 가로. 근데 코에 님이다 하먹었나 타왔더니 일로 지금 말했어. 나도 그러와.
And so you have to understand the disadvantages of the samsara. If you don't understand the disadvantages of samsara, you will not have a wish, wanting to be free from samsara.
그래서 다들마 송들라 아니 된 코에가 아니 생겼다 아니 코에가 내주도 다 간제 롱기 경고나 되다 완로 아니 지 지는 거 까마다와 아니 지지 못다바 옌바 아니 다 나진 게 지 세나사자 변나 드르크 만도 두드르크야 주마고나 되나 그 세나사고다 된데 얘기네도 레스 라바레스.
So just like it says here, you have thought about the drawbacks of samsara. The nature of samsara is that it is environment, is impermanent and perishable, just as the image of the moon on water, whose surface is being blown by the wind does not stay still even for a moment. Samsaric happiness and wealth are like the shadow of hooded cobra. The great risk great risk for little profit. So samsara, if you think of samsara in that sense, then you will have wish you wanted to be free from the samsara.
다 나친 게 아니 맨 바디다가 춤라이와 나시 아니 쫑칸나야 근데 삼고 그랬을 때는 계속 살아야지.
And so just like that, also you should consider yourself being in a house, in a burning house, or in a prison. So will you be able to think like that?
Can you ever think that? Yes.
So I have been trying to understand what seems like somewhat of a contradiction, which is that being born or having a perfect human rebirth is one way to stop samsara, and yet what we're just talking about now is that these bodies, these human bodies, are themselves evidence of the suffering, and it's due to the karma, and we continue to create negative karma as a result of having these contaminated aggregates.
Yeah.
Can you help me understand
No
the
contradict.
way out of that contradiction. Well,
Yeah.
it seems like a contradiction.
Yeah. Understand. What do you guys think?
This is the optimum circumstance to be able to progress on the path. I mean, that's what, but yes, we're still in samsara, and our body is a cause of suffering, and there's, but this is the basis, this is the opportunity, and I think, isn't it the only being that can generate a newly generated path of seeing? You can't do that in any other realm, right? So
Okay. What do you think, Jesse? You have any thoughts?
Yeah, I think what Deborah said is correct. I mean, it's not the perfect, but we're at the realm that we know suffering and we're able to practice on it. In different realms, I think we couldn't. So yes, as much as it's not a perfect, we still have the body, that causes the negative karma, but this is the best stage that we could recognize it and practice to get out of samsara. So in some ways, it's the best stage to be at.
Okay.
Because if you don't realize there's suffering, you'll never practice it. If you're in a God Rama day, you don't realize you're suffering,
Yeah.
you will never practice it to get out of it.
Okay. Someone else also can explain. Bob?
I think until you have renunciation, it seems like it's very easy to create negative karma. I mean, even after renunciation, it's probably still easy to create negative karma, but at least you have this really strong determination to spend your life doing productive actions. But before you have renunciation, it's like, I don't know, it just seems really hard to get
Yeah,
there.
exactly. Do you have some thoughts? No, you, Sine. Yeah. What do you understand? Because she feels a little bit contradictory. This is really, if you think there's a lot of contradictory. One may say, this is really a problem. One may say, this is perfect human, but contradictory. Now we need to fix that. What do you think? What do you understand?
Yeah, no, I totally relate to that contradiction. But as everyone has said, this is the only place where you can work toward having liberation at the same time with the understanding that itself is, as the book says, the cause of suffering and a prison in itself. So it's kind of strange to try and understand. So if I can wish for anything, I can wish for human birth, but at the same time, that's also suffering.
How about what? Is me clear? Not yet. Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Maybe the problem is that it's called the perfect rebirth, and so that it makes you feel like then everything.
Yeah, this is a perfect harder problem. Okay, now, yes, you have said?
Yeah, I'm sorry, but I'm not sure that my question is relevant, but they say that it's relatively difficult when you have family and you love other people, especially to get out of samsara if you have a family.
Yeah, this is true, yeah. That's true, yeah. You're single, you're more easy. Okay. That's good idea. Good. Okay, I will ask a question you guys, okay? Is cows have some motivation to free from samsara, or they're able to do? No. The way or the method is to free from suffering or free from samsara is the dharma. If dharma means you don't have to do circumambulation, you don't have to reset all the time. Renunciation, compassion, bodhicitta, loving kindness, understand the emptiness like that. Okay? This is the method, or this is the okay, that tunso karzan. And koale trogu yonari, taba takaro sanje komoto godate, toyagi je yonna menate ngenju shansam yandawe tabat sora was.
So, either to achieve liberation or to achieve enlightenment or full enlightenment, Buddhahood, you need to have these three principal aspects of the path: the renunciation, bodhicitta, and correct view of empty.
너도 조도와이나 조줘야겠다 라차 지구여와데 갈아서야 돼. 델라 개개 요 말아와.
So if you are hungry, so only the tool you need, to feed yourself is this hand.
Right? Food, right? Swallow. We don't have any other options. Even you are very hungry, you're not able to fill your stomach, then you're always hungry. Whatever if you're not able to eat, you can put something like that. Then that day you want
So that depends on the cause and effect, right? It's not something that's created by someone else from outside like that.
다 나중에 가서 애플이 사고에나 애플 그 seed 때문에 사회도 맞다 비약게 될 하지 애플 사야라에 가서 그네 답시오 말이야.
And so in order to eat the apple, and if you want to eat apple, and then in order to eat apple, you have to sow the seed of the apple in the ground and let it grow, and then pluck the apple. So from there, so that's the only way. Other than that, there's no other way.
Okay. 다 들리다 다 간조야 간조 치당 심이동 다 sem체도 졸라야 돈도 졸라야 장접심 공쇼라는 것도 고그래서나.
So if you were to tell the dogs and cats or any other animals to meditate on bodhicitta, will they ever be able to meditate on bodhicitta?
What do you think? No, I'm serious. Usually we teach a lot of things to dogs, cats, cows, horse, everything we teach about them, right? But kondola yapje, but na cherang tanda tunju chewa le cherang ta laying about savin reverend kondo koden tegre vesana.
So if you were to tell them that they are born as a dog because of their one native karma, will they understand that?
What do you think? That tindiga rattich in the ranchada de sura, not me much omare. The media sorry.
And so none of those beings will understand, right? So who is the person? Who is the person who will understand that? That will be only human beings, right?
Tabena ngando chi bena lambo chi ya jaga gamjinal ba chushayana. The tulea mumato korang lento mar kushu chimbo shira yore top chimbo da kote mug pa looks and tu yonto mares.
So if a very strong, huge elephant were trapped in a cage, the only person who can take this elephant out, is the human being, a human being, right? The elephant itself will not be able to open the door and let it out itself.
Do you guys saw sometimes we can say videos, the elephants, they are awesome, buffaloes. There are the targets are going to get, try to kill them. They will just run, right? They don't have any way. They were human beings. They always try to fight them. They know how you fight. Example, the elephant is the most powerful, biggest animal of the world. You go to India, the small guy, above the, how you say, put, then his two heads, hand over the fist, animals put here, then small stick, he said, go this way. Because human, how you say, intelligence, subdues for them, or they can control them. They cannot control themselves. But humans, technology, not technology, I say. Intelligence. Like right now, is car or dog or animal can driving? They can call the phone? I'm serious. No, right? They can, they can, make the computer, they can make the house. They're not, because even the animals make the house up here. They build today, they couple hours, they fall down. They thought that doesn't work. The human has a very strong intelligence they can use. Therefore, if you think about that, the perfect human rebellions, the human right now, we know what's good or what's bad. Also, we know how to get out of that. Then nganzu tele tawaga tapsi shingere nganzu machewa mato tapsi shingere le nganzu cheto goyores. Then da ane nganzu mete tashi bola wares.
And So we have the method, and it's just that we didn't do it. If we were to do it, we can do it, and we also have the method. So therefore, this proper human rebirth that we have, which has all this method and intelligence and so forth, is very valuable.
이마이나 나도 기회가 풍부돼 사전년이 풍부된 거 집으면 돼 왔대 그 집어 야보면 그 야보 말 나오고 이래 됐고 내가 기회 말았어.
So now you understand the great value of this prophet human rebirth, right? But still, this is based on this contaminated aggregate of human being, and so therefore, as long as we have this contaminated aggregate, we are always in the nature of suffering.
That's good. Did you fix your question? Yes.
So I'm just curious about the translation of the Tibetan word into perfect, but it's like you mentioned, perfect seems like it's not quite the right word.
Yeah, I think maybe English is a little problem.
Like advantageous.
Yeah, Tibetan also is damjor mili.
Yeah, the prophet human rebirth. Yeah, the leisure and the human rebirth with leisure and endowments.
Yeah, the people call it because also another one. Well, yeah,
the translation is the prophet human rebirth. So some days it's optimum human rebirth. Yeah, and so this is the human rebirth, which has all these favorable conditions to be able to do the practice and free ourselves from cyclic existence. And therefore, because it has a great value, so therefore it is not easy to obtain it.
배낭 보스는 못 파지 사야 망보요래다. 아니 지금 소소네 지금 고아등가 송고 등알에 타야가 탑신이 뺀 윤유래서.
And for example, like even as a human being, having an optimum human rebirth is difficult. Like for example, in Boston, there may be a couple of million of people, but among them, those who have optimum human rebirth is very rare.
Right. And then Gema Lama Jiga and the Lam-rim Chuso Kablaya, then get to Shilabas, the Lama Kora Janachin Donia Mundus. Janala Memo was I record something to us. Sometimes the younger was. Me, I said, and the Milicaro, Tamju, Tajin, Judge Tommy Milimare.
And so, when we compare the rebirth of the animals or human beings and the hell beings and ghosts, the human beings are so few, so little number is so small. And one Lama was explaining how few human beings there are. And then this student thought, maybe this Lama has never been to China, because there's a lot of people in China, so maybe this Lama has not been to China. But when we're talking about the optimum human rebirth, that's even less than that.
Okay. Then there is a Nandula Damkamundo, Nandula Pena. Chanazo Damka and the Chanazo Makanaji Chesarisana.
So we don't have a choice, right? We don't have a choice or freedom, to be born as what kind of rebirth. So if you are given a freedom to choose what kind of rebirth you want to be born as, then what kind of rebirth will you choose? So as a human being, what kind of rebirth as a human being will you want to be born as? Will you want to be born as what kind of human rebirth? What kind of human beings?
What country? Male, female, and what country you like? If someone has a choice.
Country of Dharma.
That's good, yeah. Nazo damka yo mare, nazo de damka chine yo mare. Damka yo na, nazo naman damsarda.
Yeah, but we don't have a choice, right? We don't have a choice. We can't make the decision. If we have that right to make the decision, we would have, made a decision to be born such and such. But we don't have that. Depends on our karma.
If I explain for very bad word or very good word. Chandulaya, Karo, Namto Laya, Namto Mana Kate, Pechita Yan, Pe.
So what kind of example would be good for you? Something that rises superstitions in your mind, or something that doesn't give rise of superstitions in your mind?
Okay. 다 간단해 니도 쪽으로 나도 달로래 니도 쪽으로 니도 니실로 가서 때도 경고 사다랬어. 잠마.
Anyway, for example, like in this year, 2019, and 2020. So in 2020, we will be a little bit older than we were in 2019, right?
You think that's true? What do you think? We do a little older, but do we feel? No, right? We feel? But we have choice? No, right? Today is a tedu chibares. Today is a ani nganzo mili yanjo de toyagi and nganzo damka mewa is that tanda toa the tanda chubores, chubores, that the pemomboy, Lam-rim na pemomboy and also bena ani karo seke nyashi and the Jangchub la songo yowa, Tiola rebe amjo mingi yowa, the loja kalaya, and the teaching yachi boyowa, and the tea serki, and nyashi and go to what the tachi sibatam saying on the pay was.
And so, this prophet human rebirth, to have this prophet human rebirth is so difficult. The optimum human rebirth with all these 8 pleasures and 10 endowments is extremely difficult to obtain. So just like you have already learned about the example, right? Of a blind turtle living in the deep sea, and once in 100 years it comes up on the surface of the ocean, and there is a golden yolk floating on the surface of the ocean, and there's a very strong wind blowing all the time, and it's carrying or blowing the yolk here and there all the time, and how difficult it is for that blind turtle to come up once in 100 years to the surface of the ocean and insert its head into the ring or the yolk, the golden yolk. So that's how much difficult it is to be born as a human being with all these 10 endowments and 8 leisures.
We heard that many times, right? And therefore, all the things that is an age, and so Millie Shadaga Sochagan, Mother New Chagore. Cannot get the
and yeah, so in general, when we compare with other kind of rebirth, or compared to even like animals, human beings are much less, right?
But more or less the elephants. How many elephants are in the world now? How many tigers are in the world? How many snow lions are in the world? Do they snow lions? They said that, the Tibetan snow lions? Yeah, some say that they exist, some say they not exist. Anyway, is there any how you call big one? Big long animal? How you call this? Dinosaurs. Is there dinosaurs now? It was really exist? Is that right? Yeah, back. Like that. Anyway, 어제 다 두체는 가진 코베의 님도 야보지 하고와이는 코알라 탄도로 찍으레스. 코알라 탄도로 지는 코아데 가린 코군도 우선은 코베 제다 됐죠. 그래. 늘 말람도.
And so if you think in this way, the nature of samsara being filled with some suffering, then you will you will have this wish wanting to be free from samsara. And then when you have the wish, wanting to be free from samsara, then you will search for the cause that causes us to be in samsara.
오다 디 따주 집에 가라 안에 저등고 저다 안에 저들 내년이어래 jelaniores 디 나네 뇽모 바래 디 자와 마리 바레스 다디 마리 바데 메발라 탑시오레스.
And so when you search for the cause of this samsara, then you will find that it is the delusion and the karma. So among these two, delusion is the main, and the root of all the delusion is the ignorance. And so in order to be free from samsara, you have to eliminate the cause of the samsara. The main cause of the samsara is the ignorance.
근데 다디 좀라 아니 단조 다와진 조와쳐서 라와섬다 댐빙에 아니 밀리는 보치더래 다 델렘베고 그래서.
And so one way to free that is through the perfect human rebirth, with the 8 leisures and the 10 endowments. So therefore you should strive to achieve this perfect human rebirth.
Okay. 그래서 딱 간소 다와진 조와쳐 창대요. 간소 담제 좁제 창요래. 조조 창요에.
And so therefore we have all these 18 attributes, the 8 leisures and 10 endowments, right? Do you think you have all these 18 attributes?
Is anyone missing? In order to we have to that we need to know the numbers. Is anyone know the number? It's okay, it's okay. 가다 가서 머리 왕보사래 아니 가서 추추라 대화열에 따뜻히 듣는 소 듣는 들어 왔어.
And so like the 10 endowments, like being born as human beings and having all the senses complete and having faith in the Dharma and so forth, right? So we have all that.
그냥 공부 맡아왔는데 단단 가서 다 미카시 야 공부 맡아서 간지 양 로종 지야다 냠내 지야게 야들이 ability 니바 맹게 되는 거 가서 된데 말한 가서 간가 세만 다다 열어.
So like if you don't have the complete senses, then it will be very difficult. So like if you are blind or disabled, can't talk or hear and so forth, then it will be difficult to study and practice Dharma.
Right? And the lenta malo ba se ne kanji tachi kanji legend la da jawang ga chala ichime ba tene do la ko was.
And then like not having faith in the Dharma, in the or lenta malo skala de mara karsan. Lenta malo nelates.
Lenta malo ba nelata wa imba. Nelata wa da.
So lenta malo so bene kara ngajo di tama chi karsa ngajo legi tamalo bosera.
Ta kanji ta le.
Tama le ma ba.
Ah, tamile da tamile shi ba mai ba pasa ba ma shi ba mai ba pare.
Yeah. So not having created any of the 5 heinous crimes and having faith in the scriptures, the teachings and the Buddha and so forth. So so if we have those, then we have the endowments.
Okay, kanji tende je ta tiya yo ta kanji tangare re tina kanji ngando chada tha de yo re tende da
So if you count all these numbers, then you will find that you have all these 18 attributes in you.
da 지지나 ngando 늘 chawada ngando seba 부수도 차고 부수도 차고 말했어. 부수도 뭐 싸워니 차고 말해.
And so sometimes we think in this way, then we might feel depressed, but we don't have to feel depressed at all or disappointed at all.
뭐 간지 ngando 그 베네 네발만 돈이 ngando 때 타야 탑시적이로 때 야수로 봤어.
So we see the negativities as negativities, and then we develop the wish, wanting to be free from that negativity. So that's very good, right?
근데 여자 안에 간두고 바차사에 샤야 돼. 진제사에 들어요. 근데 여자 개원 달은 말이네. 개와치마 디치마치마 간소 땐데 다와도 되지만 톱 걸어 와서.
So we always create this positive karma, and we leave a good imprint in our mind. So as you keep on doing this again and again, then if not in this life, then in one of these future life we'll gain liberation, right?
제가 간도 남백이 추기 세다 진제래 돼. 진제가 좋다. 진제가 좋다 세대 고 추켈라는 말할 땐 되게 여러 봤어.
And so just the way that been explained in Buddhism is all about cause and effect. So cause and effect is not necessarily understood by only the believers, and even the non-believers will understand about that, right?
근데 여자 삼성 가서 양치로 배워도 꼬라지 깨자네 만든더라. 미카지 건도 뇨도 되는 왔어. 건도 소소 깨시게 돼. 그래서 내가 한 번은 그때 챙겨랬어. 다나지 가서 근데 샘체 뭐 듣다던 거라 미카지 한테래 남독사게 요리. 가지 가서 야지 다 배를 룩소요리. 야가 핸들 룩소는 받은 것도 수다 싸다네 야지. 카라들의 마법마다 다시 된대 요리. 야한테도 미카지 야고 남독사게 거든 맞지까지 돈나다나 야보셔 요 말했어. 나도 줄로서 노단 가가로 왔어.
And then also because of misunderstandings, we think in different ways. Like the Tibetan, the old folks, they come around the stupa and gompa, reciting mantras very loud, out loud, and people think they're like crazy, like just talking to themselves like that. And then some people also who are doing animal liberations think that that's a very stupid thing to do. So there are things like that, that makes others think of in a different way of people who are doing practice because of not understanding or ignorance.
Okay. Trinidad kanjeta tina maribadere. Trinidad maribadeta and million detail of the meva sotokores. 대다 보도에 딱 가서 밀린 것만 참다 가와는 참참랬다. 단다 양종하던 참내 되나 양종데 제가 됐다. 뒤에 따다를 내가 답시체가 답시체고 그래요. 정말 단들 나요 말이지.
And so therefore this perfect rebirth that we have now have the ability to eliminate this ignorance if we do that. And so this is the time now when we have this perfect rebirth, we should use it to eliminate the ignorance. We had so many kind of rebirths since beginningless time, but never had such a good rebirth like we have now. And this is the only time that we have it, so we should make good use of it.
지대 남중아들 빼샤게 빼잖아. 시에 와도 결혼하면 아니 출자지 야바지 저랑게 빼샤 근데 저랑 주정가 저랑 라바냐 주그랬어. 아무나 주도 줄라. 아니 저랑 빼샤 가서 빠져나 잡스. 주정가 거는 특히 졸라나. 다 가서 칼라 마사 잡상 만들었다 주정가도 깜바 세컨드 세까지 돌아도 마찬가지로 발가로 왔어.
So I used to give this example, before, like if you rent a tool, let's say the tool or machine, to print money, and then you say, so you have this machine for 5 hours, and you can print as much money as you want. Then what will you do? Will you keep it somewhere else and then go do something else, or you like spend all 5 hours printing as much money as possible?
What do you do? You go to outside do something? You go to bathroom? I don't think so, right? I have only 5 hours left, just very serious. It's true, right? Even you have to pee, just pee or whatever that, just. Because you have your hand on the mission all the time. It really is. What do you think? It's really that happen, what do you think? Even they say, okay, your hand always on that. Your hand cannot go any place. You have to two hands on the mission. You have only 5 hours. Then 5 hours, what much you can print, whatever that you have done. You think even something, each year, you just say here, what do you think? I think just whatever happened doesn't matter, just stop there, right? Therefore, what the leader open at pay 10 hours cheaper charge, and 고급 집이 말아서 고급 찌리고 고급 pay 소중 말아봐.
So this is the same kind of example, like perfect rebirth that we have now, is for very limited time. So we have it for only that time, only for that duration, and once we lose it, it will be virtually impossible for us to gain it again. And so therefore we should make a good use of it while we have it, without wasting it even for a moment.
그래서 된디갑라야 미시드 배치마다 쇼도와 자로도 참로 계좌로 시대는 미경에 샬레자 그러고 믿어도.
So just like when you have that money printing machine with you, instead of printing money, you go somewhere else and spend time in a coffee shop drinking coffee and so forth. Then people will say you are stupid, right? They will look down on you, or they will criticize about it.
뭐 된디 이상 안 돌아가. 단디에 단주 밀리사베 땐들라 아니 개와 마트바이나 아니 오늘 다 소좀 밀리 무슨 초라레스 무슨 똥서레스 안 돌아 그래서.
And so therefore, if we don't make a good use of it, or if we don't extract essence from this profitable rebirth while we have it, then we are wasting it so much.
그래서 다 되는 거 군주도 다가 감발 빌때고래 먹기지때고래 뭐라당고래 다 내가 맞이나는 대체 못해 다 내나는 내가 전에는 냠내치가 됐으면 저도 챙겨둬야 돼 챙겨래서.
And so you might think that, I have a bills to pay, I have to pay mortgage, I have to drive, and I have to go to work, and if I don't do that, I will not be able to pay my bills, but if I do that, I will not be able to practice Dharma. Do you think like that?
Do you think I don't have time? Yeah, we think right. No, I don't have time. I have to pay my bills. But yes, it's true. But 근데 전에 저도 스탑절에 저도 냠내치들 나가요 말했어.
So, but of course, it's not saying that you have to practice throughout the day, for all 24 hours a day. It doesn't mean that.
근데는 삼바삼보치에서 내가 시대 저기다. 밀에
And so you were saying that you always be kind. Be a good-hearted person. And that's, you can do it anytime, right?
근데 소주 삼바삼보치에는 소주 샘 주고 말했어. So
if you are peace, if you are a kind-hearted person, if you are kind to others, then your mind will not be disturbed.
So if
your mind is not disturbed, then you will not create much negative karmas. And so if you meditate, if you are a kind-hearted person, if you just be kind to others all the time, have love for them, then that itself becomes practice all the time. So you don't have to stop anything else to do that. So if you meditate on those kindness, like affectionate love or compassion or bodhicitta, then that's the best practice. So of course there are many practices to do, but if you do that, then that itself becomes practice. So there's no need for you to do more than that. And then on top of that, if you can engage in other practices like the 7 limb practices of making prostration, offerings, circumambulations, and confessions, and so forth, then that will be even better, right? So just like we did the meditation this morning, meditating on the body of the Buddha, and just thinking about the body of the Buddha, and that itself creates a lot of merit.
Okay. 아니 다는 지금 가서 칼라 사바이나 아니 소소 소본라 요베야 다 점스라야 짐바인 섬네 사샤바나 고 짐바도 요래 되게 와도도.
And also even at the time when we eat, if we think of eating the food to feed the animals in our body, like the germs and bacteria in our body, then that also becomes a practice of generosity.
And then before
we eat, we offer to the 3 jewels, and then that becomes the practice of offering.
아니 쇼게 내가 만든 거나 끌어야 보니까 다 드링아 거네 밀라스 팬 칸타도 제게 예스 드링아 투바 자게메 세만 투메서 끌어 드리 키나나 아니 니마가 강아치와데 젬페 차고 그래 개원도고요.
And also in the morning before you go to work, set up a proper motivation, thinking that I'm going to be a very good person, I'm going to be helpful to others, I'm never going to fight with others. And so if you have set up motivation that, then the whole day, you are not likely to engage in the negative karmas.
다음에 고단만 얘가라 지 샴바니제 샹접 셈도 곰 곤종도 곰 소소 라마 곰 되는 섬데 당예나 니코나게 와차도 그래.
And like that also when you go to sleep, if you sleep with the meditation on loving kindness, compassion, meditating on your guru and so forth, then whole sleep becomes virtuous also. And so therefore you don't need extra time, to do this practice, right? But in the case of achieving enlightenment, for the enlightenment within one single lifetime, then of course you have to work much harder than what we do, what we just discussed right now.
Okay. And the 다시다 냠레 제발라 아니 냠레 제단 시고래 제단 시발라 아니 가서 되고래 아니 소소 로종 제고래 또 내가 좀 잘 그래.
And so in order to do these practices, we have to know how to do the practices. And to know how to do the practices, you have to listen to the teachings or study. Yeah? So studying becomes very important also.
Lam-rim 그 쇼치니 고대원다고요. 니네 내 내가 좀 잘 그래.
And so the Lam-rim teachings are very easy to understand and also very important to do the practice.
아니 수수 녀레녀레 랄레다나 아니 고 시라 마토바 삼도 땅사 요에다 뭐 잘 그러와.
And so we can also apply these practices of the Lam-rim into our daily lifestyle.
근데 이다 간지 만조 야선바 부수도 버치 다이나 배사다 다 지금 맞잖아 간냐란 자서들이 선바 부수도 말해.
But you don't have to feel so disappointed that thinking that, oh, if I don't do this practice, I'll be born in the hell. Like that. You don't have to think it like that.
와 간단하네 아니 오늘 내가 내서 다 하고네 지금 저번 뭐 또봐 레전드 코인이 뭐 하고네 미카지 세바들을 흘려요 그래.
So if you understand about these prophet and rebirths, the death and impermanence, karmic law, cause and effect, then some people their mind becomes more peaceful.
그래. 가르나 베나 저도 그리고 샘들랑도 나 겐고도 저도 샘들랑도 해. 겐고 차도서 샘들랑도 해서나.
나 가서?
나 내리내리 겐고 차도 누구 나 겐고 차도 누구 삼네 샘들랑도.
Oh, so do you worry thinking that, oh, each day I'm growing older and older? Do you worry thinking like that?
Do you got it? No. Maybe they don't.
Do you worry thinking that I'm getting older and older each day?
No, we don't think right. Yeah. 근데 이제 나도 오늘 얘네 개개 왜다 나도 심지어 개면 되었어. 그런 직대가 로다는 거지.
But we do grow old every day, right? Every day we're growing older and older. But do you worry about that? No, right? You don't worry about that. You don't even think about that, right? But in fact, we are growing older and older every day.
제가 직대가 로다래 했어.
So that's the way of the
그래도 대전야 삼는 대전야 손는 semla 남종다 아무래 제거를 봤어.
So if you worry just thinking about that, then it will be too much, right? You'll be worrying too much. That's just superstitions in our mind.
그래. 어디 들리 먹어지 간들에 아니 가디나 semba 려려 대와 강. 이 저도 semba 려려 믿을 라고 말다. 식단에 semba 강 려려 대와 탑시체. 단 잠좀 가도 뇨모도 야마지나 콘로 사거리 남라 제 쇼그래. 마나 야지 조샤도 오지들이 제
Yeah, so you should not be too much worried, too much disappointed. I'm not saying that you worry too much, but if you do, then there's no point doing that. But if there are things that not being done correctly, then there's a way to amend or fix them or confess them.
근데다 수중원에 가 텁텁지 수중이 마타바지 우뚝진 야야 말 되게 남도야 본 로고 말이.
So if you have created negative karmas, then there's also a way, to do a practice to purify them. So there's always, there's something, right? You can, you can do. So no need to worry about it.
저도 만돈식으로 왔어. everyone knows how much oman pama, right? Therefore, even you don't know much things to do, just you have good motivation. You recite mantra oman pama 1 mala every day. If you're not able to so many other kind of meditation. Read the book, so many sadhanas, it's too complicated. Just good motivation to rest Oman Pamo. 1 mala. That's very good. Sometimes people think Oman Pamo is very small, everyone knows. This is we are very don't know real. One of my teacher, his name is Geshe Tseten. He's very great master. When people come, the Tibetan tradition, people have something sick here, they all come to the blessing. He said, Oman Pamo. He always believed like that. Then his attendants told him, Kela, maybe some other mantras. Everyone knows Oman Pamo. He said, you guys doesn't know what the meaning of Oman Pamo. Mani chugi nimbo said,
Yeah, so the money, Omani Pemeng, is the essence of the entire Dharma.
Yeah, therefore it's very meaningful, right? There's 6 syllables. Some people say, she. It's okay, you can say, you don't have to say. That what they talk about, the Oman Pemeng, please blessing me in my body, speech, mind. Buddha, Buddha's mind's body, speech, mind, complete clear. Our mind is complete talk. He said, please blessing my body, speech, mind through wisdom and method. Then there can practice never be separate. Therefore, we have only practice that we include what's that?
If you include all these practices,
Yeah, we include all the practice, wisdom method, right? When we fly, we need two wings, right? When we walk, we need two hands, like that. Wisdom method. Therefore, Oman Peme also the mantra of the compassion there. That's very great. This is, people don't think Oman Peme is just very simple one, everyone knows. It's very powerful, okay? If at least you don't know anything, just Oman Peme. Above that, you can meditation. Compassion, bodhicitta, loving kindness, emptiness, and read the more book, study more, and think about emptiness, then we're great. Ani, that's the little mental, right?
also,
I think we did it. Do you have something? That's all. Ani, ngazo gonda chusi shivala. Ani, pewazo shabtin trai. Ani, te ke sugar ke.
lost to
Yeah.
Tak bisa kema da ran charante ta ngwa ngwa da sa chik suna da la
Yeah.
ane melam ja da za khara khara me khara se melam ja go cha cha suna na da di la
Yeah.
yeah tuche.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you everybody, have a good day. Bye bye.
Oh, we did ask a question and answers. I forgot. Do you have any questions? Any serious questions? You can try. Any serious questions? Broken questions? The Robert Thorman said, broken questions. Yes?
So the realm of the demigods, is that a better rebirth than the human rebirth?
No, whom is better in order to practice the Dharma, and whom is better? But God and demigod also they have two levels, right? They also fight each other all the time.
Do we fight each other all the time?
Yeah, but they're also worse than us. They don't really think. We said they have no time to think about the for future life. They're always very strong. The God, demigod. Which one? Which one higher?
The demigod is the lower one, and they're jealous of the god.
Yeah, they're jealous. The God is they're very happy place, relaxed place. They just enjoy their life. They don't do anything. The moment when they see they're going to die, then they have body skin has also bad smile. Then all his friends go away. Then he or she see where they're going to born. The demigod, right? Is also very jealous for the God. So why did they have that? I don't have that. Like, even usually the human God, demigod is the high or the upper realm, but the more opportunity for the human rebirth. Therefore, human rebirth has more chance to more practice, more think about that.
Isn't it also true that there's, with the perfect human rebirth, that there's a better balance of suffering and happiness to work with? Because in the lower realms, the animals, they suffer and they don't have the capacity, the consciousness that we have to practice. But then in the upper realms, they're too comfortable.
Yeah.
So, we have more of a balance of happy, good and bad, or suffering and not suffering.
Yeah, we know how to, even we have some wound here, we know how to do put the bed. Animal, they just maybe, lick.
But I'm just saying, well, either way, whether you go down to the animal realms or up to the God realms, that the human realm is the
Better
the
place.
best
Yeah,
balance.
best balance, yeah. Because we have all the methods, we have all the doors open. Animals, they're smart, sometimes they're smarter than us, but then in order to free from suffering, enlighten, we cannot teach them. You can ask go back to your home, if your pet, you ask him, can you meditation 5 minutes? They will stay very calm, but we cannot teach them. Right? Okay? Any other broken questions? Yes?
How do we, so everybody need to work or have things to do during the days, and how do we incorporate Dharma study and practicing during work or school?
example, when you like, I know you job, when you go like walk, like example like that. Anyway, whatever the morning you have time, 5, 10 minutes, you have time, you can get, you can think about, okay, I'm able to get up today. It's possible, when you go sleep, you not get up next day. It's happen, right? But you say, okay, I'm able to get up. I'm able to move my hand. I'm very grateful. I want to use for day to day. Whatever I say, whatever I do, try to benefit for other beings. You can do action, same action, but the motivation, because you have the motivation, is lead all the what you do is also positives for Dharma practice. The Dharma practice means not you have to always read the book all the time, Dharma book, or you have to always meditate. It's not like that. You have any action to good motivation. This is where the Buddhism, works. Do you understand? The motivation is very important. When you go morning, when you go outside, also when you see the people in difficult situation, you say, I wish no one have like this kind of situation. That's very great. Because if you think about that, you doesn't help for others, but it's your very strong high level, your mind. It's very good develop for your own. Otherwise we say, I wish Jesse has no problem. It doesn't, help for Jessie. She doesn't feel what I'm saying. But if I have very good motivation, I'm maybe open mind, bigger mind, like Bodhisattvas. That's very good for you. This is practice, how to practice. Therefore I say you don't have to practice 2 hours to read the book, 2 hours meditation, 2 hours prostration. You can do that, it's good, but not necessary. Because we have to live, we have to go walk. Now, within the walk, how to practice Dharma is good motivation. Okay? Even if we see people with smiling, it's good generosity. You always look serious person. People are not really happy. I'm serious, right? But one is a lot of people like Dalai Lama, because he doesn't matter who he's smiling always. People say, wow, I like Dalai Lama because he's very good smiling. Right? This gives for other people very warm heart. If you're very serious, always. Doesn't matter. Even people like to talk with you a little bit. Right? Therefore, also, His Holiness Dalai Lama always say that who the nurse, doctors, they're very open and friendly. He said it makes the patients also more relaxed, more recover easy. The patient, the doctors and nurse also more just, then also the patients also more, how you say, depression or more less hope. Therefore, if you're working with some patients, always just, even you inside just going on, but don't show up the office, it's very important. If you're working in some other office also, if you deal with some customers, even you inside very, something's going on, just switch off like that bit. This happens, right? We always, when we come up to some business people, they're very nice, talking, smiling, then go back, they just get fight. This is any always, even our insights to negative things going on, but we show the place for other people very peaceful, nicely, they feel happy. This is for generosity also. Okay? Therefore, sometimes Western people, so called that, especially Western people, Buddhism just 50 years old maybe. It's pretty new. They don't understand. Also then we have also give so many different messages, different information. Then you guys just complete fool. Someone said that, someone said that, some people said that, someone said which are good. If you know how to practice Dharma, it's pretty easy, very simple. If you don't know how to practice, Very complicated. Very complicated. Look like you cannot walk. You cannot eat. Whatever you do, everything negative karma. Really. If you really know, whatever you do actions, like positive karma. Therefore, it's very important. Try to learn the easy way, okay? But otherwise, it's special now. You guys read so many different books. Someone said that, someone said that. So what you want to complicate it, right? Therefore, main things to friendly other people. That's very important. Even your mind inside is just cooking here, 100 degrees or 100 degrees, but a little bit don't show up. Okay? Like that, this is how to practice the daily life. Then some people, they go to, they do a lot of commandments. You can do the commandments. When usually you do commandments, if you don't, like you commandment with your teacher, use the example. Okay, I'm going to 10 malas Oman Pema every day. You commandment with your teacher. Then you didn't do or you forgot, then you get negative karma. Because you promise your teacher, but you don't do commandment. I say, okay, maybe I look to maybe 5 malas a day. Just yourself. Then you didn't do it. It's okay, you just broken. You don't get any commandments, no problem. They always say, don't do commandments. Just do yourself whatever you like, much as you can. Okay? Yes?
Geshe, do you sometimes get angry yourself?
Oh, yeah. Myself?
Meaning you.
Yeah, this is a... This,
you are.
yeah, this is a...
Angry sometimes?
This is, I think, Western's way, I think you will say yes.
Okay. What do you do? What's best for you to get out of that mentality and be smiling like the Dalai Lama? What do you think of? What do you do when you get in that situation?
Yeah, then that time your situation, you put you and your angry, just put two different subjects. Don't put together. You just watch. Hey, guy, what's going on with you? Then you and the angry person are different. Then you have no problem. Okay? Okay, thank you. Okay, now we stop. Chanting master's job. My job's finished.
All right. How much time we got? Oh, we got plenty of time. All right. Turn to page 39 of the prayer book, please. Is it on? Oh, okay. Saji Peki Jushin Me Tram Ri Rabling Ji Ni Te Gempadi Sangye Jingdu Pete Uwa Kidru Kunam Dag Zing La Cho Parsho Jesu Lame Kuje Rapten Ching Nam Katrin Le Cho Chu Ge Padang Lob Zan Tempe Drume Sabsum Gidro Emunzel Tatu Negushi Idam Guru Ranamandala Kam Niryatayami. From my 2 collections, vast of space that I have amassed from working with effort at this practice for a great length of time, may I become the chief leading Buddha for all those whose minds' wisdom eye is blinded by ignorance. Even if I do not reach this state, may I be held in your loving compassion for all my lives, Manjushri. For I find the best, the complete graded paths of the teachings, and may I please all the Buddhas by practicing. Using skillful means drawn by the strong force of compassion, may I clear the darkness from the minds of all beings, points the path as I have discerned them. May I uphold Buddhist teachings for a very long time. With my heart going out with great compassion in whatever direction the most precious teachings have not yet spread, or once spread have declined, may I reveal this treasure of happiness and aid. May the minds of those who wish for liberation be granted bounteous peace, and the Buddha's deeds be nourished for a long time. By even this graded course to enlightenment completed, due to the wondrous virtuous conduct of the Buddhas and their children. May all human and non-human beings who eliminate adversity and make things conducive for practicing excellent paths never be parted in any of their lives from the purest path praised by the Buddhas. Whenever someone makes an effort to act in accordance with the tenfold Mahayana virtuous practices, may they always be assisted by the mighty ones, and may oceans of prosperity spread everywhere. In that snow mountain encircled land, source of every benefit and joy, may Lord Tenzin Gyatso Chenrezig remain in life till samsara's end. Tong ni ning je zung du ju pe lam che che sa tse gang chen ten dru gun chag na pe mo tenzin gyatso la so adebzo jetun lundrup show. Page 49, short, long life prayer for Lama Zopa Rinpoche. Tup suk chang sing jom go gawe, tenzin yom pawe gunzo dog portse, chong sung kur wele mun tu dru, pa da zo du je gundu ja ten shou. Your form embodies all Buddhas, your nature is that of Vajradhara. You are the root of the three jewels. Homage to you, O Gurus. In short, I seek your blessings, O Protector, to be cared for by you from birth unremittingly all my lives, and thus to become your chief disciple, holding every secret of your body, speech, and mind. O Protector, please grant that all be auspicious for me to be foremost among your very circle of disciples, wherever you manifest Buddhahood, so that all my temporal and ultimate wishes, without exception, may be effortlessly and spontaneously fulfilled. In all my lives, never separated from perfect gurus, may I enjoy the magnificent Dharma. By completing the qualities of the stages and paths, may I quickly attain the state of Vajradhara. Furthermore, in life after life, may I, pleasing him in return, be forever fostered by an accomplished Mahayana spiritual master, the source of every virtue of this world and beyond. In his care may I acquire in him a firm, unshakable faith, pleasing him by every means possible, doing nothing even for an instant to disappoint. May my spiritual master impart to me every instruction and every teaching in its entirety. Having understood them faultlessly, may I practice them and be able to bring them to perfection. May I never even for a moment fall under the sway of malevolent teachers and misleading friends. Having developed in every life belief in cause and effect, renunciation, the Bodhi mind, and the pure view, may I embark upon them continually with effortless experience. In every life, may every virtuous act gathered by way of body, speech, and mind be causes solely for the welfare of others and for the purest and highest enlightenment. Page 57, prayers of dedication. Through this virtue may I swiftly, having gained Guru Buddha state, place each and every sentient being without exception in that state. Precious supreme Bodhi mind, may it where unborn arise, and where born never decline, but increase forevermore. and on page 75, Mixima. Me tse we te chen chen